Nice car.
Yeah.
What's the retail on one of those?
More than you can afford, pal. Mustang.
Smoke. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back here to the channel. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic day. So I am here again, obviously, like always, with James and his white 2020 performance pack and my 2022 premium. So we wanted to get the cars together again, but this time we're wanting to do a comparison of the different types of exhausts. He has the performance pack with the active exhaust with the H-pipe. I have a premium non-active exhaust with the double X-pipe from Corsa. So I wanted to compare the X-pipe versus the H-pipe, but it's comparing the his car with the active exhaust and mine non-active. It's not comparing both that are active, because clearly mine's not active, but it's just to give people that are watching that are kind of on the fence if you want to go H-pipe or X-pipe, to see which sound and setup is better for you. So on that note too, another reason why you're wanting to put this together is if you have a performance pack like James is here. He has the Steeda, it's a Steeda, right?
Steeda H.
Yeah, it's the Steeda H pipe. I have the Corsa with the double X pipe on mine. Obviously, if he has seen any of my stuff before, we did the install at his house with that last week. So to kind of give an idea which of these two setups sound-wise would be better for you, because I think the premiums with the active exhaust sounds perfect, especially when you throw either an X-pipe or an H-pipe. Now with mine, it's more of a necessity to go with the full exhaust. I went Corsa Extremes because it's a lot more aggressive, and I think the premium exhaust that they put on these things isn't really that fantastic when it comes to the overall sound compared to the active exhaust. And I threw on the X-pipe, so we're kind of comparing the two, because in comparison, if I did have the active exhaust, sound-wise, comparing the X and the H, to kind of give each of you guys an idea, maybe which sound is better for each of you. I think the X-pipe is a lot, it is raspier, it is louder, especially if you add headers. I don't have long tube headers on mine, I just have the double X-pipe. He doesn't have headers on his either. It's just the Steeda X-pipe, or sorry, H-pipe with the factory active exhaust. Okay, so we're going to start off in his car. We're going to do some revs to give you guys an idea on the sound, comparing all the different modes of his car, from quiet, normal, sport, track, on up, to kind of give you guys an idea on how it would sound with an H-pipe. Mine won't take as long because it just has one mode and it's loud, so it's not going to take as long as it is with all the different modes of his car. Alright, so I have to admit something. I didn't really think there was a lot of difference between a few of the modes on the active exhaust on these cars, but standing 3 feet behind his mufflers, quiet's actually pretty quiet.
Yeah.
Quiet, it's good, you can start it up if you have to wake up super early, you don't want to piss off the people around you, it's good to start that off in quiet mode. But then, especially going from like that and like the track mode and the sport mode and track mode, they're not that much of a difference, but it's significantly louder over the quiet mode. So I think Ford did an awesome job with those active exhausts. Okay, so now with mine, obviously, like I've said before, I don't have the active exhaust. I just have the Corsa Extreme double X pipe. I don't have modes to change or anything cool like that. I'm not fancy like that. Now, if they had a car like a performance pack or even a premium, if they had a premium with the active exhaust, because I could have gotten that as an option, but if they had it in a color that I didn't like, honestly, I still probably would have gone with the premium in the Grabber Blue Metallic. I really like the Grabber Blue, so if I would have found one that it didn't have the color I like, but it had the active exhaust, I'd still go the color over the active exhaust, because that's something that you could always switch out for, obviously, some Corsa Extremes. James just said he should have brought his earplugs because he was about 3 feet behind the Corsa Extremes.
And I have tinnitus.
And he has bad ears. He's got tinnitus in his ears. So just one mode with the non-active exhaust, and that's just loud. So I went with this because I did not have the active exhaust. If I had the active exhaust, I would have gotten a tune before I went with the active exhaust, but it had to change because his car sounds great with the H-pipe. Mine was kind of eh. So I wanted to step up the sound to be comparable to his. All right, so another thing I wanted to do to compare each of them, besides just revving back and forth, I want to get some sound clips of the cars driving by. Not speeding, but, you know, like an average speed, like a street speed, 35, 40 miles an hour, to give you an idea on what the sound would be going if you're behind it, and you can have a good idea on what it sounds like. So I wanted to state to you, we're going to do this in each drive mode. We're going to start off in quiet and then go up from there for each time that he drives by. Now, once I do it in my car, it'll go by a lot quicker. It's just one mode. Okay, so now we're gonna hop here in the GT, and we're gonna see, we're probably gonna do not as many pulls as he did, because I don't have anything to like switch back and forth between all my modes, because mine's not as cool as his, but I want to just give the perspective and comparison of each with the Corsa Extreme double X pipe, just to kind of give you all an idea on each. Probably do like, I don't know, 2-3 pulls back and forth just driving by, so you guys can see the comparison of each. Okay, so for that last pull, James told me to just go full tilt on that last one, so that's why that one was a little bit more aggressive, to kind of give you an idea. And the one before that was more of like the cruising speed, just driving by like on a street or something like that. I kind of wanted to give different tones and pitches at separate speeds, since I can't switch different modes, because the Corsa Extreme is pretty loud, especially when you add headers. And we'll probably do this again if he gets headers and I get headers on mine, if that's the route I decide to go. So to compare the two of each, I just know the Corsa Extremes on this with long tube headers is obnoxious. so I'm back home now. We're gonna go ahead and close this one out. We're gonna go ahead. Every time I try to speak, someone like loud drives right by me. So we're gonna go ahead and close this one out. I just wanted to hopefully put together something to give a comparison of what an X-pipe with the Corsa Extreme that's non-active exhaust compared to James's Performance Pack, the factory active exhaust with the Steeda H-pipe, comparing the X-pipe and the H-pipe. But I gotta go ahead and close this one out because we came home and we found out that my wife's truck, well, we gotta deal with that. So on the note, I hope you guys have a good one.
What's this stuff?
Well, he's a certified mechanic, and luckily he was here. You're still certified.
Ford mechanic.
So it's good to have friends in all the right places. You guys have a good one. If you guys aren't subscribed, please do me a favor, hit subscribe, drop a like and a comment. And as always, I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.